Hello. Today we'll study about problems on simple band brake. In the earlier video, I explained about the basics of brakes, what are the uses of brakes, what are the different classification of brakes, where it is used like this. So now we'll study about the simple band brake basics and problem. So you can see the nomenclature of simple band brake. So it is tied within a rope like this, and where you are using simple band brake is so for experimental application and Pelton turbine experimental application, motor application, where you are using for band brake it is used. So let's T1 and T2 are the tension between in the band brakes, and theta is the angle of lap, that is from connect this where the circumference connects. So angle of theta is the angle of lap, and mu is the coefficient of friction between band and the drum, and R is the radius of the brake drum, T is the thickness of the band, and RE is the effective radius of drum. That is, radius of the drum plus thickness of the band is called effective radius of the drum. So the drum may rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the lever is there. So in this diagram, P is applied in the top, and the fulcrum is O, and it is connected at the P. So distance between the OB is B, and distance between OC is L. So in this figure it is rotates clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. Now we'll see. So what are the basic formulas that is used for simple band brake? So we know the tension ratio formula T1 by T2 equal to E per mu theta. So this is the tension ratio, mu is the coefficient of friction, theta is the angle of lap. So this can be written in the logarithmic form like this also, 2.3 log T1 by T2 mu theta. Okay, so and braking force on the drum is net braking force is T1 minus T2. That is in the tension. These two things are forces. So tension 1 minus tension 2. So braking torque equal to force into radius. This force into radius of the braking drum. So the thickness is not. If you consider the thickness, you have to use RE value. Okay, I will see what are other formulas. If the permissible tensile stress, the material band is known, and you can find out this maximum tension. So maximum tension side tension is stress into area. Okay, this is force in Newton. So force is equal to stress into area. The area is W into T, width of the band into thickness of the band. So that is force is stress into area. So the band thickness is not given. You can assume the relation. The thickness should be 0.005 times of T, the diameter of the drum. Okay, if the value is not given, you can assume this value. Now you will go to the one problem. Sometimes in the problem they may give the diagram, or they will give the problem like this. You have to draw the diagram. So in this problem only problem is given, diagram is not given. So you have to draw the diagram based on the given problem. So handbrake, band brake acts on 3/4 circumference of a drum of 40 mm diameter, which is key to the shaft. The band brake provides a braking torque of 225 Newton meter. One end of the band is attached to the fulcrum of the lever, and the other end is to pin 100. So this OB is 100 from the fulcrum. The fulcrum is O. The operating force is applied is 500 mm from the fulcrum. So from 500 mm fulcrum, the operating force is applied, and the coefficient of friction is 0.25. Find the operating force, and the drum rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, when the drum rotates, so simple, only one question is asked. The drum rotates anti-clockwise direction. Find the operating force. So given to the required for the brake. So now we'll find out. This is the given data. TB value is given. Braking torque value is given. So OB value is given 100. Length L value is given 500. Mu value is given. And sigma T value is given. So tau value is given. So PB pressure value is given here. Okay, so now we have to find out initial value of T1 by T2. Tension ratio, you have to find out T1 by T2 equal to e power mu theta, or you can use this 2.3 log T1 by T2 equal to mu theta. So theta is the 3 by 4th of circumference. So we know the circumference is 360 degree, take 3 by 4th, it is 270 degree. So multiply the 270, converts the value into radians into pi by 180, 4.713 radians. Okay, substitute the value here. So T1 by T2 equal to pure mu theta. So that comes around 0.25 into 4.713. This mu is 0.25. Theta is 4.713 radians, 1.178. So you take the 2.3 here, and if you take anti-log of 0.513, that is log on ln, take the calculator, ln of 0.5123 will get 3.25. This is the tension ratio. Now you know the breaking torque is force into radius. The force is T1 minus T2. So TB value is given the problem. TB equal to F into R. So TB equal to T1 minus T2 into R. So R value is given, already diameter value is given 225. So reduce the value in terms of T1 minus T2. So T1 minus T2 to 225 into 10 power 3 divided by 225. So we'll get 1000 Newton. So take this equation is 2. Already we know the value tension ratio T1 by T2 equal to some 3.25. This T1 by T2 equal to 3.25. Here we to apply here. So now on combining these two equations, T1 minus T2 equal to 1000 Newton and T1 by T equal to 3.12. So on solving these two, we are going to get T1 equal to 144 Newton and T2 equal to 444. Okay, so always the T1 will be in the side of rotation of the drum. Since it rotates the anti-clockwise direction, T1 will be in the side and T2 in the opposite. Yeah, this is the one thing you have to note down. So always the T1 will be present on the rotating side of a drum. So rotates clockwise, T1 will be here. Rotate anti-clockwise, T1 will be here. So if it rotates clockwise like this, the drum exerts more pressure on this band. So here T1. Now the drum rotates here like this, so T1 will be here. It is directly connected to this fulcrum O. Okay. So now we are going to find out taking moments with the fulcrum O. So based on the fulcrum O, there are three forces are acting: this P, T2 and T1. So you add all the things which rotates on clockwise on one side and anti-clockwise on the other side. So this P is rotating on anti-clockwise and this T, so T is also rotating anti-clockwise. So P, T and T2 will be always opposite to the T1. Should be note that T1 and T2 will be in opposite. Both cannot be on the same side. So P is rotating anti-clockwise at a distance of 500. T1 is also rotating at anti-clockwise at a distance of 0 from O, and T2 acting at clockwise at a distance of 100. So that's your writing here. So P into 500. So P into 500 and T1 into 0. So distance, the force into perpendicular distance. T1 distance directly connected to O. So T1 into 0. So it is not marked here. And T2 to 100. So from this you can find out already T2 value is known here. So substitute the value of T2, find out P equal to 88.8 Newton. Yeah, so by this you can find out any value. So only challenge is you have to write this equation. If you know, if we can able to, first one is we should be able to write which side T1 is acting. Second one you should know how to write, take moments about fulcrum O and to write differentiate between clockwise rotation and anti-clockwise rotation. So you can find out the given value like this P. Okay, thank you.